Ever wondered how the zodiac signs came to be? Or why your sign is represented by a bull, a scorpion, or maybe even a pair of fish? Well, buckle up for a fascinating journey through the stars as we delve into the epic origin stories of the 12 zodiac signs. From ancient Greek gods and goddesses to monstrous beasts, each zodiac sign holds a tale that resonates with its unique traits. We're about to unearth the tales that make each sign, and by extension, each one of us, incredibly special. Let's start this cosmic journey. The zodiac we're familiar with today has its roots in both astronomy and mythology, dating back thousands of years to ancient civilizations. Let's dive in and discover the story behind it all. Our journey starts with the ancient Babylonians around 3000 BC. They were the first to develop the concept of the zodiac. Back then, they divided the sky into sections based on the path that the sun seemed to take over the course of a year. This path is known as the ecliptic, and along it, the Babylonians identified 12 constellations that they observed over the seasons. Why 12, you ask? Well, the number 12 had a lot of significance for the Babylonians. Their calendar was based on the lunar cycles, and there were about 12 lunar cycles in a year, so the number fit perfectly with their system of time. But let's move forward in time a bit. The Greeks took over the Babylonian system around the 4th century BC. This is when the zodiac started to take the form we recognize today. Each of the 12 sections or signs was named after the constellation that appeared in it. These constellations were often linked to myths and legends, which added a layer of symbolic meaning to each sign. For instance, Aries, Latin for ram, is tied to the story of the Golden Fleece. In this myth, a winged ram saves 2 children from being sacrificed. The constellation Taurus, meaning bull, is associated with a tale where Zeus, the king of the gods, turns into a beautiful bull to win over a maiden's heart. And the Greeks passed this system to the Romans, who gave us the Latin names for the zodiac signs that we still use today. Astrology as we know it began to shape in the late 2nd or early 1st century BCE, when the Babylonian and Egyptian traditions fused with the philosophy of the Hellenistic world, which was the lands conquered by Alexander the Great. This fusion resulted in the horoscopic astrology, a system that considers the positions of the sun, moon, and planets at the moment of an individual's birth, shaping their personality and predicting their future. The zodiac was never intended to predict the future in the way modern people think of horoscopes. It was more of a symbolic calendar to help people understand the changing seasons and their relationship with the cosmos. It's fascinating how these ancient stories and symbols are still part of our lives today, right? From Babylonians to Greeks and then Romans, the zodiac has traveled through time and cultures, making its mark on our calendars and, for some, on our daily lives. Let's take a look at the origin stories behind each of the 12 signs. 1. Aries, March 21, April 19. The origin story of Aries, Latin for ram, is deeply rooted in Greek mythology. It's associated with the myth of the Golden Fleece, a tale of heroism, betrayal, and miraculous rescue. Once upon a time, King Adamus of Boeotia had 2 children, Phrixus and Helle, with his first wife Nephele. However, he later left Nephele for a second wife, Ino, who, out of jealousy, plotted to kill her stepchildren. Ino tampered with the crops and manipulated the local farmers into believing that to save their lands, Phrixus must be sacrificed. As Phrixus was about to be killed, a flying ram with golden wool sent by the children's real mother, Nephele, swept them away. Unfortunately, Hell fell into the sea, but Phrixus was saved, thus tying the symbol of the courageous ram to Aries. Mars, the planet of energy, action, and desire, rules Aries, reinforcing its image as an ambitious and bold sign. The fact that Aries coincides with the spring equinox, a time of rebirth after the winter, also contributes to the image of Aries as energetic, initiating, and enterprising. 2. Taurus, April 20, May 20. Taurus, meaning bull in Latin, also finds its origin story in Greek mythology. This sign is tied to Zeus, the king of gods, and his romantic escapades. As the myth goes, Zeus fell in love with the Phoenician princess, Europa. To capture her attention, Zeus transformed himself into a magnificent white bull and mingled with her father's herds. Drawn to the bull's beauty and gentleness, Europa climbed onto its back. Seizing the opportunity, Zeus in his bull form ran into the sea and swam away, carrying the frightened Europa to the island of Crete. There, he revealed his true form. This story of Zeus's determination and pursuit aligns with the Taurus traits of persistence and desire for security. Venus, the planet associated with love, beauty, and values, governs Taurus, amplifying its affinity for all things sensual and aesthetic. Taurians are often seen as steadfast, hardworking, and materially inclined, reflecting the earth element of the zodiac sign. 3. Gemini, May 21, June 20. Gemini, Latin for twins, owes its origins to the inseparable brothers Castor and Pollux from Greek mythology. Castor and Pollux, also known as the Dioscuri, were twins born to the same mother, Leda, but had different fathers. Castor was the mortal son of Tyndareus, the king of Sparta, while Pollux was the divine son of Zeus. Castor and Pollux shared an unbreakable bond and were adventurers who partook in the quest for the Golden Fleece. However, when Castor was killed in battle, Pollux was inconsolable. He begged his father Zeus to relieve him of his immortality or let him share it with Castor. Moved by his plea, Zeus immortalized them as the constellation Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. It's a fitting ruler since Geminis are known for their wit, intellect, and eloquent speech. The dual nature of the twins represents the Gemini traits of versatility and duality, often seen as an ability to see both sides of a situation. 4. Cancer, June 21, July 22. Cancer, represented by the crab, has a unique place in Greek mythology. It's tied to the 12 labors of Heracles, also known as Hercules in Roman mythology. Hera, the wife of Zeus, had a grudge against Heracles and wanted to make his life as difficult as possible. During his second labor, which was to slay the Hydra, Hera sent a giant crab to distract Heracles. The crab did as commanded, biting Heracles' foot, but Heracles quickly crushed it under his mighty foot. Although the crab failed in its task, Hera, appreciating its loyalty and service, placed it in the sky, giving birth to the constellation Cancer. It's a story about loyalty and tenacity, traits often associated with those born under this sign. The moon, symbolizing emotions and instincts, rules Cancer, reflecting the nurturing, intuitive, and empathetic nature of this sign. As a water sign, Cancer is also linked with emotional depth and imagination. 5. Leo, July 23, August 22. Leo, Latin for lion, is connected to another one of Heracles' 12 labors in Greek mythology. For his first labor, Heracles was ordered to kill the Nemean lion, a monstrous beast with an impenetrable golden fur and claws sharper than swords. It was terrorizing the city of Nemea, and no weapon could wound it. Heracles wrestled the beast, eventually choking it to death. He then used its own claws to skin it and wore its hide as a cloak. This story mirrors the courage, strength, and determination associated with the Leo sign. The powerful sun rules Leo, adding to its image as a bold, bright, and charismatic sign. 6. Virgo, August 23, September 22. Virgo, the virgin or maiden in Latin, is often linked with the goddess Astrea from Greek mythology. Astrea was the goddess of innocence and purity, and was the last of the celestial beings to live among humans during the Golden Age, an era of peace and prosperity. However, as humanity grew more corrupt over the ages, Astrea couldn't bear to watch the downfall and ascended to the heavens, vowing to return only when humanity restored its purity. Zeus placed her among the stars as the constellation Virgo. This story reflects Virgo's affinity for perfection, purity, and service. Mercury, the planet of communication and mind, governs Virgo, suggesting a strong intellect and analytical nature. As an earth sign, Virgo is also practical, reliable, and hardworking. 7. Libra, September 23, October 22. Libra, symbolizing the scales, is unique in the zodiac as it's the only sign represented by an inanimate object, rather than an animal or human. Its story goes back to the ancient Greeks and is often associated with the goddess of justice, Themis, who is the mother of the seasons and the fates. Themis was renowned for her clear-sightedness and was a symbol of divine law and order. She was often depicted holding scales, a sign of balance and fairness. This association underlines the Libra traits of seeking justice, balance, and harmony. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty and love, further adding grace, charm, and love for beautiful things to the Libra personality. Librans are often known for their diplomatic nature and their ability to mediate dispute. 8. Scorpio, October 23, November 21. Scorpio, the scorpion in Latin, has a story that ties back to the hunter Orion in Greek mythology. Orion was a giant huntsman who claimed he could kill all the animals on Earth. Gaia, the earth goddess, sent a small scorpion to stop him. The scorpion stung Orion on the heel, killing him. The gods, impressed by the scorpion's power and courage, placed it in the heavens, forming the Scorpio constellation. This story exemplifies the Scorpio traits of courage, determination, and a readiness to face the seemingly impossible. Scorpio is ruled by both Mars and Pluto. Mars contributes traits of courage, assertiveness, and strategic thinking, while Pluto adds depth, transformation, and the pursuit of truth, often making Scorpios insightful and mysterious. 9. Sagittarius, November 22, December 21. Sagittarius, represented by the archer in Latin, is often linked to the centaur Chiron from Greek mythology. Unlike most centaurs, known for their wild and uncivilized behavior, Chiron was intelligent, kind, and skilled in hunting and healing. Once, during a fight between centaurs and Heracles, Chiron was accidentally hit by one of Heracles' arrows. Despite being a great healer, Chiron couldn't heal his wound as the arrows were dipped in Hydra's venom. Zeus, moved by his suffering, placed Chiron in the sky to form the constellation Sagittarius. Chiron's wisdom, skill, and kindness are often associated with Sagittarian traits. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, reflecting the Sagittarian love for travel, learning, and optimism. 10. Capricorn, December 22, January 19. Capricorn, or the goat in Latin, is frequently tied to the tail of the goat. God Pan in Greek mythology. Pan, a nature god known for his music, was feasting with the other gods when the monster Typhon suddenly appeared. All the gods changed themselves into animals to escape, and Pan, in his panic, jumped into a river, turning the lower half of his body into a fish. This image, half goat and half fish, became the basis for the Capricorn constellation. The story encapsulates some of the key Capricorn traits: practicality and wisdom, as seen in Pan's quick thinking, and a strong connection to tradition and the past, as Pan is one of the oldest Greek gods. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet associated with structure, responsibility, and time. This influence strengthens Capricorn's reputation for discipline, management, and practicality. 11. Aquarius, January 20, February 18. Aquarius, meaning the water bearer in Latin, is connected to the ancient Greek myth of Ganymede. Ganymede was a young prince of Troy, renowned for his unparalleled beauty. Zeus, captivated by him, transformed himself into an eagle, swooped down, and carried Ganymede to Mount Olympus. There, Ganymede was given the role of cupbearer to the gods. He also became the water bearer who poured the rain down upon the earth, thus creating the constellation of Aquarius. The story is often seen as symbolizing the pouring out of knowledge and enlightenment, aligning with Aquarian traits of innovation, intellect, and humanitarianism. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet of change, rebellion, and technology, reinforcing Aquarius's progressive, forward-thinking nature. 12. Pisces, February 19, March 20. Pisces, or the fish in Latin, also comes from Greek mythology, connected to the tale of Aphrodite and Eros, Venus and Cupid in Roman mythology. When the monster Typhon threatened the gods, Aphrodite and Eros turned into fish and swam away to safety. They tied a rope between them to ensure they wouldn't lose each other, creating the image of two fish swimming in unison. This story was later commemorated by the constellation Pisces, symbolizing adaptability and the strong bonds of love and companionship. Pisces traits include empathy, sensitivity, and a deep emotional and spiritual depth. Pisces is governed by Neptune, the planet of dreams, intuition, and spirituality, further emphasizing Pisces' creative, intuitive, and compassionate nature. Each of these 12 zodiac signs, with their unique origin stories and characteristics, adds a rich layer to the tapestry of astrology, reflecting the depth and diversity of human experiences and traits. From the brave ram Aries to the empathetic fish Pisces, we've unraveled the mythical tapestry behind each zodiac sign. Thank you so much for embarking on this starry adventure with us. If you enjoyed our voyage through the zodiac and want more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future cosmic explorations. Until next time, keep looking up at the stars.